This episode of That Bites is brought to you by Hemaker Schlemmer for letting me borrow this camera. What is up, guys? And in this episode of That Bites, I'm going to bring you a review on the world's smallest camera. So let's get started. Alright, first of all, I just wanted to say that this camera is much smaller than I expected when I took it out of the box. You can even see I posted a video on it, but it is much smaller than I had planned. It looked very, not really bigger, but bigger in videos. But it is much smaller than I expected, and here's a look about it. So I'm just going to do a short one. This is the lens, top is the only button, this is fake. Bottom, the plug and the SD card, lanyard strap, and that's basically it. This is nothing. This shoots in 640 by 480 quality, so basically standard definition, and it takes 2 megapixels photos. Something else I just want to say is that when you shoot video or take a picture from this camera, it looks greened out, like it's pretty green. There's a separate video that's a video test. I almost dropped it, and it's like it looks green. It's kind of annoying, and the sound is pretty bad. Let me just point out that I think they could do a little bit better on this camera, because let me just put it this way: you know those flip phones from like 4 years ago? Those cameras on those are better. The audio, not so much. I mean, it's kind of the same, but the video definitely is better on one of those flip phones. Even the phones today, iPod Touch, Galaxy S, iPhone, stuff like that. Even the modern flip phones, like today, if you still get a flip phone or one of those keypad ones, Droid, those are indeed much better than the world's smallest camera. But it's the world's smallest camera, and I just think that this camera, being the $40 that this is, yeah, it's $40 on Hemaker's website. I think that's a little expensive for what you're getting. Personally, I think it should be $10, if even. But you're basically paying for the world's smallest camera. Now, on the exterior portion, there's no image stabilization for this, so your videos will most likely come out a bit shaky. But unless you have good control with that, there's no fighting that. Or if you have a mini tripod or something, put it on a tripod. I don't know, I think it'll fall off. That's bad too. Another thing is that there is no way in monitoring the videos and pictures that you take. So basically you're just pointing at something, and when you review it, you're just hoping that it'll come out. So if you're pointing it at, let's say the camera that I'm doing right now, you're pointing it at something, you don't know that you're actually pointing at that something. I mean, you obviously have a good idea, but if you want something precise, like it says Canon zoom lens on my camera right now, if I want to get that, I might not know if it's actually filming it until I actually review the footage on my computer. So you're basically just judging it. Granted, there is a screen and a viewfinder on the back, but that's fake. So it's just for looks and for show. And there's only one button on this camera, and let me just say, thank God there is a good manual for this, because you have to hold this. There's only one button on there, so you have to hold it for 2 seconds to turn it on. Once it's on, hold it for 2 seconds to take a video, push it down and release it quickly to take a picture, and don't move it. And hold it for 5 seconds if it's on to turn it off. But you'll get used to it after a while. I know I did. You just gotta have a good memory and just probably know it. I mean, 2 seconds to turn on. Once it's on, turn it. You get the concept. A couple good things that I want to say about this camera is it actually looks like a camera. I mean, if you were to look at this, it looks like a camera. It's not, flat. It's not weird looking. I mean, they could have made that to make it even smaller. They could have made it just flat and just a lens on the back, like kind of like this. Like if you were to say this is a camera, I mean, obviously you look at it in an iPod, but I mean, if you were to look at something and it's all flat and it's this small, you're like, what is that? Well, you can actually look at this and tell. Oh, I dropped it again. You can actually look at this and tell that this is a camera. I mean, it looks like a DSLR. doesn't it? And it's good for a party, basically, or just for show. It's just, you know, whip it out at a party or something and be like, hey, look at this, it's the world's smallest camera, and your friends are like, whoa. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching my review, and let's take one last look at our sponsor for this video. Hemaker Schlemmer. Go to hemaker.com, and they have a bunch of cool stuff there. They give me a catalog and a bunch of. You remember my other video, the flying hovercraft? That was on Hemaker's website. And thank you for letting me borrow this camera so I can review this for YouTube. And I'm probably gonna borrow some other stuff from their website, but this was one of the hopefully many others that I might borrow from them. Hopefully they don't get mad at me because I said something bad about this camera. But it's a good camera for show. I mean, it's not a good camera for filming and videos and taking pictures, but you know, you get the concept, I hope. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and if you could please like this video because I put enough effort into this video for your guys' enjoyment. So comment if you wish to tell me how I did, and you can check out the link down below in the description to purchase this camera if you want. Remember, it's 40 bucks, and if you want, just for show, and if you want to review it for your YouTube channel or something, I suggest emailing Hemaker Schlemmer themselves, and I will refer someone, Trish. She helped me, and she let me borrow this camera for review. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.